And now, like, you know, people you know for years are coming out as Trump voters. Like, they were hedging their bets for a while, but now they're like, nothing is okay to admit it to my friends. People you've known forever, they're like, yeah, I voted for him. And then that first thought is like, well, now I got a decision to make. The fuck do I do with you now? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that to everybody? Well, come on, you knew I was a Republican. I just voted party line. You know, both of them were bad. I wasn't gonna vote for her. She was a crook. Was she a crook, or was she just a nice older lady that didn't understand her phone? I've got 2 email accounts on my phone. I screw up sometimes. There's no international consequence, just usually me going like, oh shit, now that idiot has my real email address. And be hearing from him more than I want to be. But then I try to have a conversation with these people because I know them, and you know I don't want this polarization. At some point we're gonna have to bridge it. You know, so I'm like, just explain to me really why. I mean, how are we gonna communicate now? And he's like, well, come on, man. You know, we're all Americans. And I'm like, no. Not enough. Not gonna be enough. Well, come on. You know, like you know, everyone loves, you know, Tom Petty and burritos. Yeah, that's true, but I don't think Petty is enough to bridge this gap. I just don't think that he has that power at this juncture. And they're like, why we just don't talk about politics? I'm like, you know, here's what bugs me, man. There are people that had to climb out of their hate holes to vote for this guy. They never voted before. They had to figure out where to vote and how to do it. They had to take time away from hating, which was hard for some of them, and vote for this guy. And now you're aligned with them. You're on the same side as them. You're part of that. And they're like, well, I bet you that guy likes Petty. You know, I mean, I think if you... Seriously, man, if you just talk to them, stayed away from politics, they're just people, man. You know, I'm like, well, what, you mean I'm gonna go to Chipotle with that guy? Sit there and be like, wow, you prefer the bowl over the burrito? Interesting. Yeah, I like the bowl. Oh, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, Tom Petty, you like Petty? Oh, I fucking love Petty. Oh, that's cool, that's cool. I hate Jews, though, I hate Jews. Yeah, it's going south quick. You know, maybe we shouldn't talk about politics. As if that's politics. I don't know, man. Look, I will admit, if this guy does anything good, I'll admit it. I'm not saying it's going to be good for people that didn't vote for him, and it's still okay to say that in this country. I did not vote for him. But for us, it's not going to be good. It's always going to be horrible. We're not going to one day wake up in the next 3.5 years and go like, holy shit, this turned around. It's not. We're just going to have to eat that. We're going to have to suck that up and fight the fight that we can fight, but it's not going to be good. But if he does anything good, I'll admit it. That said, if it's much worse than we ever anticipated, which is really fucking bad, the people that voted for him are going to have to apologize. That's all. They're just going to have to apologize. I just need a little eye contact. Look, even if we only have 8 minutes before the missiles hit, I'm gonna need a little eye contact and a few words. Even if it's like, oh man, I didn't think you'd do this. This is crazy, bro. Sorry. Petty rules, all right? Fucking petty. Cue free falling. And look, you know, the sad part is, not sad, but it's if you're of like-minded as I am, no one's got our backs in government, and that's hard. And now we got to have each other's backs, and you know, we should do that anyways. But now you might have to, step up, in public, because one thing the popular vote means is that there's no social mandate on being a douchebag in public. So it might be on you to say things like this sometimes. Hey, it's still not okay to do that. You might have to find that courage. And I don't always have that kind of courage. I'm not the most courageous guy. I'm sort of an alpha pussy. Yeah, we exist. We exist. You know, there's the classic alpha male, just a meathead, rage-filled, like, "Rah!" And then there's the alpha pussy who makes fun of that guy. You're like, that guy's a douchebag. Yeah, why don't you say it to his face? Because I'm saying it to you. This is our hierarchy. That's theirs. This is how that works. I don't know how much time I have left. Not in this set, in life. I don't know how much time I have left. I'm not sick, I'm not dying, but I don't know. You know, I'm at that point where you're getting, I'm like 53, and you start to wonder, like, how much time do I got left? And it's playing into my decision-making process. Like, if my girlfriend wants to watch a movie I don't want to watch, I'm like, I don't want to die during that. I don't want to. I'd hate that to be the time. Let's make a better choice. I think we can make a better choice. Like if someone comes up to me, it's like, oh man, you don't listen to Fish? You gotta listen to Fish. I don't know how much time I got left. I really, and what if I like it? That's like the rest of my life, right? I got no more room in my heart or my mind for another jam band, man. I mean, I got half the Grateful Dead catalog in there, and I think like 3 or 4 Allman Brothers songs. I'm maxed out. I'm filled up. And if you're ever asking me this question, have you seen that documentary with it? Stop right there. I don't know how much time I got left. It's too many documentaries. Let's slow down on the documentaries. We're all loaded up. We got enough for now. I'm not trying to discourage anyone. There's some good ones out there, but there are some bad ones. Sometimes I think documentary filmmaking is just a Hail Mary pass for someone almost giving up on the medium. You know, like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but just because you have an iPhone and your cat is sick doesn't make you a genius. I'm gonna call it 1 out of 9. It's about my cat dying, but it's also about me accepting failure. I think this is much better than the one I made about my dad's struggle to buy pants at an unfamiliar store. I just don't know how much time I have left. And I don't think I'm afraid to die. I prefer it happens quickly. Like the transition, I just wanted to be like boom, boom. You know, I'd like my last words to be something like, wait, what? That'd be preferable. But the reason I don't think I'm afraid to die is this weird reason. It's a weird reason. Because I've always had this recurring image in my head, and I never understood it till now, and I think I misinterpreted it before. I'll just share it with you, because I don't know what you would do, but it's a recurring image I get, and it's just me hanging from a cliff. That's where we enter. Me hanging from a cliff. I don't know why I'm hanging from a cliff. I know there's no one around. I don't know what happened, but I'm hanging from a cliff. And I never picture myself climbing back up. It's only a matter of time before I'm like, oh. And I think that's because I'm not afraid to die. I also think it's because, I'm not a control freak. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, anyone could scramble back up, but it takes real courage just to let go. And I don't have a God in place. It just wasn't put there. And, I'm 53, and I don't think it's going to happen. The wheels would really have to come off, for me to find God at this age. But I think I'm spiritual, maybe. I don't know. Nah, probably not. Like, when did this question become so popular? Like, I get it like 3 or 4 times a week. Hey, are you meditating? Do you meditate? It's like, what's happening? Why is everyone asking me that? Like, does that happen to you, or is it crazy? Like, are you meditating? Like, wait, are you guys part of the same team? Why are you No, I'm not fucking meditating. I know what it is, but I'm not doing it. I've done it. I did not get the desired results. I know how to meditate. I get, you got to sit quietly and comfortably. Be mindful. That's another word getting way too much usage. When did that become a word, everyone? That's everywhere. Be mindful. What is that? It's a meditation word. Be mindful. Be mindful of your breath. And this was me, meditating. The one time I did it. Mindful of my breath. You should be mindful of your breath, and thoughts will come, but don't lock onto them. Don't attach yourself to the thoughts. Just let them go by. Let the thoughts come, but let them go by. All right, so mindful of my breath, let the thoughts go by. I don't know what the hell he's gonna do. Ooh. I don't know how much time I have left. Oh, okay. My dad's an asshole. That one's not going by. That one's staying. But in all honesty, I got to where you needed to be. The one time I meditated successfully, I cleared my mind, I cleared my ego, everything was open. I hit that point of zen, and all I could hear was my breath and my heart beating. And right at that moment, I thought, this could fucking stop at any second. And I ejected right out of it, because that is not the desired result of meditation. I don't know how to have fun. How do you have fun? How do you guys do it? Like, I don't think I would have come to this show. Like, if like Marc Maron's playing, I'm like, I like him, but like, I got to go down to the, I don't know. I think it's genetic, really. You know, like, my dad's alive. Wrong tone? Is that the wrong tone? Wait, let me try again. I'm blessed to have my father still with us. But sometimes, some days, it's like, when? But no, it's negative. But do you remember the day you realized your dad was a fucking idiot? Do you remember that day? It's a pretty important day, because you spend a lot of time thinking, like, he's great, my dad's great, he's the greatest guy in the world. Probably longer than you should. And then one day, the fucking other shoe drops, and you're like, holy shit, and when did he turn into an idiot? You know? Like, my father used to be a doctor, and he screwed that up somehow, but he was a bright man, and he did his job, and I was very impressed with him, and I don't know, something went wrong. Like, I don't know, like, I got a phone call from him once, and he was all upset. And I'm like, what's the matter, Dad? And he goes, I just don't understand why I didn't win the lottery. Wait, what? Yeah, I play every day. I don't get why I'm not winning. I'm like, oh my God, when did you become a fucking idiot? Like, I said to him, just to feel him out, I'm like, so what would you do, Dad, if you won the lottery? And he just immediately goes, well, I'd do everything I wanted to do. I would do everything I want to do. And I go, like what? And there's a beat, and he goes, yeah, you're right. That quick? That quick? You did. So, like, it's genetic, and I don't want, like, I'm already there. That's it. Like, there's nothing, can't do nothing. Like, I don't know what people do. What am I supposed to do, you know? I play guitar, that's nice. I'm just happy I never